Hey guys, it's Euclid. You may know me as the father of geometry. So today I'm going to do a tutorial for a cute, versatile look. But first, I have an announcement to make. I'm writing a book series! I'm so excited. It's called The Elements. Catchy name, right? So basically the books are a collection of geometric ideas that we knew to be true. But then I built upon them using if-then reasoning and the science of deduction. I figured out which things had to be true and which things couldn't be true based upon things we already knew. I am so excited for this. With your guys' help, maybe we'll even sell more copies than the Bible. Anyway, this tutorial is so useful. You can use it for a night in, studying my countless theorems with your friends, or sightseeing the pyramids in Egypt, where I happen to live. So first we're going to start off with foundation. Every cute look needs a strong foundation, just like my books will provide a strong foundation for geometry in the future. So you're going to want to take your foundation, I personally use powder, but you can use whatever suits your fancy, and put it onto your face going outward from the nose. You can then cover up any other blemishes with concealer, but you know, I have perfect Greek skin, so it's not really a problem for me. And if you don't have an awesome beard like I do, you're going to want to blend the cheek and neck so it doesn't look like a weird mask. Now we're going to move on to eyes. Speaking of eyes, I also have another book that's already published called Optics, which is about how humans see things from their point of view. It's very philosophical. You should read it. So we're going to start off with primer, and primer will allow the shadow to stay on longer, and at first it may look all white, but it blends after. You just have to wait for it to dry. It will enable you, so you don't sweat off the makeup. It's so useful. So now we're going to eyeshadow. So you're going to want to take a color like a chestnut brown here and trace the perimeter of your eyelids. If lines were definite, they would make an irregular polygon. Another math concept I created. When you're done, it should look something like this. You can't really see it because of the lighting, but it's kind of outlined, and if you want it to be a bolder look, you can use a shade of brown that doesn't really match your skin tone, but I was kind of going for more a subtle brown. After this, you're going to want to fill in the inside area of your eyelid about right here with a lighter brown color like this one here. Next, we're going to take a shade of gold. I use this color, it's a really striking gold. However, you could use a gold like this, or a kind of a glittery brown like that. It depends on how bold, again, you want to go. So now we're going to move on to eyeliner. I use an eyeliner pencil, but a lot of people like gel or liquid. It really just depends on personal preference, but the way I do it in this tutorial is pencil, and I find that works best for me. So you're going to want to line the top of your lashes with the eyeliner first. Okay, so now you have all the eyeliner on, all nice and linear. You're going to want, this is where it gets a little mathematical, so you know, naturally it's my favorite part. So you're going to want to make a point right where your two eyelids meet. So you're going to want to visualize a line that divides your eye in half. And you're going to want to make on that, with that line and the line with the eyeliner pencil, about a 25-degree angle on both sides. Now, they don't have to be exactly congruent, you know, another geometric property that I put into words, but they should be similar. So you want to get your protractor and measure a line that's about 8 centimeters, 8 to 10 centimeters, depending on how, again, dramatic you want your eye to be. So now you've got your first little wing drawn. It should look something like this, give or take a few degrees. Now you're going to want to make another line. Now this line is going to start where the first line ends. So it's going to be kind of like a ray extending from that line. Like if this line was extended and the second line would extend, they would make vertical angles, if you can visualize that. So you're going to want to take the second line and extend it to about the middle of your eyelid. And you're going to want to go from there to there on both sides. And it may be a little hard at first, but it really just takes practice. You know what another thing that takes practice is? Geometry. A lot of my young pupils at the academy tell me that math is too hard for them and they could never grasp these concepts, but you just have to keep working at it. And once you do that, I am confident that even the most simple simpleton could figure out these things. And someday I hope even the youngest student, maybe possibly even 14, I don't know, that's a stretch, but could grasp these geometric concepts. And once you do, you should really feel accomplished because these are very hard. And I will be proud of you if you get these ideas. So anyway, back to the tutorial. So we have our second line here, and this one's a bit shaky, but it's just going to be a rough outline on both sides. And you can always fix it up with a little brush like this where you can kind of smudge it. But now we are going to want to fill in this area and possibly outline it a little better. Now you've got your wings on, and this one turned out way better than the other one, and that's a common mistake. Now that the eyeliner is done, we're going to move on to mascara, which is just an easy step. Everyone knows how to do mascara. So since we did a pretty dramatic eye, we're going to go with kind of toned down neutral lips. I personally like this shade of pink because it really complements my beard. So the way I apply lipstick is I put 4 points, 2 on each lip, and then I rub together and say mathematical. Mathematical. Now for the final touches. If you want to add a little bit of blush or bronzer to contour your face, that's totally okay. I have a natural rosy glow from sitting in the hot sun of Egypt all day, but hey, whatever floats your goat. Okay, so this concludes this makeup tutorial. Tune in next week for another mathematical, geometric, Euclidean tutorial with your favorite ancient mathematician. So Euclid out. See you in your geometry textbooks.